Hello everyone, welcome back to the second part of our macro sequence. In our first lecture, I want to talk about money. So the topic today are as follows. The topic that we are going to be addressed is that we want to see what is money, what is the use of money, how human uses money in history, how much is the money used in the economy, and who supplies money and how, and who demands money and by how much. Therefore, the outline for today is as follows. We want to talk about the definition of money, then functions of money, what are the types of money, then the evolution of the money in the history, and then we are going to talk about how to measure the quantity of money, and toward the end of today's lecture, we want to talk about money supply and money demand. To begin with, when we want to talk about money and we want to define it, that's Google search money, and then you are going to see a lot of dollar bills, and those are US dollar bills. When we scroll down, then what we are going to see some more dollar bills, the euros and the British pounds. If we Google search ancient money, then what you are going to see is a lot of money or medium of exchange that are in different shapes. And then you can even see some cowrie shells which are used as the medium of exchange, which are the money. And then if we look further, we can see some ancient money that is not in too good round shapes. They are badly minted in a shape that is like a pottery that is done by the kindergarten kids. But anyway, those are the money used in the old times. So then what is the definition of money? Money are the stock of assets that are used and accepted as payments. And as long as it is accepted as payment, it doesn't matter whether it is printed money or it is a cowrie shells or it is silver, it is gold, it is copper. As long as people accept it, then it is the money. So then, after we look at the definition of money, then we want to look at the function of money. To begin with, we want to say that there are three functions of money. The first function is that money can be used as a medium of exchange. The second function of money is that it can be used as unit of account. Finally, the money can be used as store of value. Now, let's first take a look at the first function of money, which is about medium of exchange. So then when we Google search medium of exchange, what we are going to see in the result is that the exchange is about changing hands for goods. Therefore, when we are talking about medium of exchange, we are talking about something in between the changing hands. So then why we need a medium of exchange? That is because when we produce bread, then you may sometimes say, hey, I probably want to get some beef. So then you go around and says that, is anyone want to exchange a loaf of bread for beef? And someone will say, no, I'm already full. I don't want to eat bread, so I don't want to exchange with you. So then it is difficult for you to find the counterparty to get the things you want without the medium of exchange. But if you have the medium of exchange, then you can easily say that, well, I have a loaf of bread for exchange for beef. Do you want to give it to me? People say, hey, I do have a loaf of beef, but I'm not hungry. But yes, I can exchange with you because you just give me the money and then I can save for some other day to use it. Therefore, it makes the transaction easier. Therefore, we say that for an economy that is conducting transaction without money, then we say it is a barter system. Then when we are under the barter system, it needs the double coincidence of wants for a transaction. Then the use of money is that it can eliminate the need of the double coincidence of want when conducting a transaction, and therefore it can lead to the specialization. That is because if we are in a world that is barter, then it means that whenever we want to get some other goods, that we need to find the other person that also need that particular goods. It will be more difficult for you to find someone else to give you the things that you want. So the key here is about the double coincidence of wants. When we can eliminate the double coincidence of want for a transaction, it will make the transaction easier. So then medium of exchange is a very important function of money. So then now we want to talk about why when use money it will be able to lead to specialization. And that is because you can think about in the old days, if there's no money at all and we just need to exchange one good for another. So when you want to eat bread, you need to go around, and then if you only have beef in hands and you want to have some bread, then you need to kill a cow and then get the beef and then go around and see who have bread, and then you can exchange it for that goods that you want. And it's very likely that someone around you or people around you that don't like to eat beef, then you cannot find the bread that you want to eat. So in the old days, people prefer to produce more goods by themselves. When we want to eat beef, we feed a cow by ourselves. Then when we want to eat bread, we produce the breads by ourselves. And then we just can eat whatever amounts of goods that we produce, and without worrying about whether someone else is going to buy the goods I produce or sell the goods to me. So then nowadays, with the use of money, we can specialize in producing goods, because when we produce bread, we just work hard to produce tons of bread and then sell it to many people, and we get the money, and then we can go buy all different type of goods that we want. In the old days, when they were barter, if you produce tons of bread, as long as you cannot find tons of people that need the bread, and then they also owns the things that you want to have, then you will not be able to sell it. Therefore, medium of exchange is an important function of money. Now we want to talk about the second function of money, which is units of account. So when you now accept that money can be used as a medium of exchange, then you need to know how much money that you need to pay to get the goods you want. When you want to get a loaf of bread, you probably need to pay $100. Then when you want to buy a computer, then you probably need to pay $50,000. So then you know the relative value of different type of goods by simply look at the dollar value of the goods. So that is the function of money. That is, it can be used as a unit of account for evaluating the value of the goods. So then in the old days, you know that when you want to get a computer, of course in the old days there's no computer, but if you want to get something more like a computer, then you need to think about how many loaf of bread is equivalent to a computer, and it is very difficult to imagine. Therefore, another important function of money is that it can be used as unit of account. So then the third function of money is that it can be used as a store of value. The good thing about the store of value is that once you are very diligent for a couple of days, then you can, for example, make 100 loaves of bread in a day. Then you can keep those value of 100 loaves of bread and keep it in the pocket, and then think about how to spend those money later on. Without the store of value, then you need to go buy food or buy the things that you want immediately after you receive the money, which probably you are too tired to do so. So another important function of money is that it can be used as a store of value. So in here, I want to summarize the three functions of money. The first function of money is that it's a medium of exchange. It eliminates the double coincidence of need for getting the goods that you need. That is the very first important feature of money. The second function of money is that it can be used as a unit of account. It allows you to compare the value of the goods easily. The third function of money is that you can use it as a store of value with the existence of money. So then we can easily accumulate the wealth in a way that it won't deteriorate easily.